make a mistake.
Well, hello again, everybody.
Dick.
I had it frozen on Brandon's face, though, so...
What the hell?
Not intentionally, it was an accident. I was checking out your new camera.
Yeah, you were checking something out.
Checking out your package, dude. Welcome to the 25.4 podcast.
An unrehearsed, hastily assembled program presenting inside opinions and forecasts on major issues of the day.
Well, this seems to be the crew lately. Myself and Robert and Brandon. Tim apparently has decided he might be too good for us. So it's just the three of us once again. It makes it all more intimate, though, don't you think?
He's had a rather poor attendance record of late. Shouldn't he get, like, I don't know, written up or something? Isn't there, like, a process?
This is 3 in a row, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It is 3 in a row, and we're on 17 shows, and I think he's missed 4 total, which gives him like 75% and some change.
You know what you guys should do at Build? You should make him go through the spank machine.
That would consist only of Archie Coder.
You could line up some other guys to do it, I'm sure.
I'll go stand in the middle of the concourse at the Moscone and open up Scruff and just start grabbing people at random. How about that?
I think that would be awesome. Tim would love it too. It would get him in touch with another side of him that he might not be aware exists.
Wow. You know, if this half-assed production of yours, Andrew, had a proper HR department, he'd be on a performance plan by now for all these absences.
Well, it's kind of like Office Space, where you fire what's his name, but you don't actually tell him. And if he's not going to show up, there's no need to tell him. So
We'll just fix the glitch.
that's right. It's a glitch. Yeah.
That is some unassailable logic, actually.
Well.
Milton.
Thank you.
Milton.
That's it. Yeah.
Milton.
So we'll give Tim a nice little a red.
I have a red 1520 for him.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Or I'm sure we could round up a 520 or a 635 or a 4 something or a 759 or a. All right.
You know,
go ahead, real quick. Then
well,
we'll
I was
start
just
the
going to
show.
say, I offered Brandon a glossy red 1520, which not only matches Bruce Jenner's nail polish, but is also in Verizon red, since he loves Verizon so much, and he refused it.
Well, I think you offered that to me first a couple weeks ago.
Yes, I don't want sloppy second.
I wasn't sure. Well, I never actually declined it. I wasn't sure if there were like strings attached or anything, so I wasn't sure what to say. So,
What kind of strings exactly did you think might be attached?
Well, like you might want me to pay for it or something. I mean, that's the worst string right there.
No.
I don't expect somebody to just send me a phone.
That's the worst string?
Well, considering where he lives and where I live, I mean, that's... And I'm not going to Build, so...
That's true. You do have that going for you.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's start the show.
Let's.
I got a lot of problems with you people.
As always, we have many problems with many people. Robert, why don't you go first?
So did anybody else notice the sudden outcrop of all the oh my god, there's not a flagship articles this week? Knock it the fuck off. Good God. Everybody knows there's no flagship with the clickbait already. Jesus, don't y'all have anything? This is the thing that bothers me about all these journalists is there's not an original thought in half their heads. None of them actually go do any journalism. They just incestuously copy off of each other's paper. It's very disappointing, except for a few people.
Like Tal Parat? Or Jerry Fomoli? I'm
gonna avoid
or
any
is it Ferry Joe Molo?
That's what it was, but that was awesome, Jerry Fomoli.
I like Mary Jo. Leave
I
Mary
like
Jo
Mary
Foley
Jo, too.
alone.
I'd love to have Mary Jo on the show, but we're
Yeah,
clearly
that'd be
at a
great.
level way down here.
Yeah,
Mary
we would
Jo is
totally.
up here,
Expression of our love. We
and
can be
we're right here.
She is definitely the type of guest you second guess yourself and go, yeah, she would never sully her reputation by coming on our show.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. I don't have any grievances this week myself.
Really?
Well, oh wait, I have one. April has 5 Thursdays in it, which means that we have to do 5 of these shows.
That's a grievance?
I have to do work to get each of those 5 shows, in the can, as they say.
Didn't you say
That's
that you
a
were
professional
not?
term.
Didn't you say that you weren't going to be on next week? That we weren't having a show next week?
Nobody said what we were doing. I told you guys I wouldn't be available.
Well, if you're willing to do all the production work after the fact, we'll still have the show. You just have to give us instructions.
Well, yeah, I figured I would still be the one doing that. Yeah. And really, that's the main reason why I'm not going to be on, is because I can't do 5 shows in 1 month. I just don't have it in me.
So you're not as lazy as us, but you're still pretty lazy.
I think I'm probably more lazy than all you guys.
Well, that's clearly not true.
And it just, creatively, I can't come up with nothing 5 Thursdays in a row. Take it away, Brandon.
Oh, my grievance is gonna piss off Bobby, but I really don't care. First they said that the new Windows 10 build wasn't gonna. Hey! He's crashing the party. Look at the man.
Oh my God! Well, he heard he was getting fired.
What up?
He heard he was about to get written up, and he decided to show up for work today.
No, you know what it was? It was the spank machine that made him.
It wasn't so much his ears tingling as it was his ass.
Wow.
But not in a good way.
You're 6 minutes in, and I already missed some good stuff.
Yeah.
Duh.
We were just about to hear Brandon bitch about nonsensical stuff again.
You could have I should have waited.
Yeah, love you too, Timmy.
Well played.
Well, so my complaint is really just that the icon's not going to get that Windows 10 build. They said it's because of the DPI difference, and the reason the icon has higher DPI is because it's the highest flagship. It's the highest quality device out there. It in the 930, and I think it's just disappointing that they're not going after the highest end device that they've got on the market right now with their latest preview build. Just disappointing for me.
I can understand that, especially when they did say initially that it would be a part, although that came with caveats aplenty.
Right.
But that list, I assume everything else on the list is still going to get it, which that was a pretty long list, it seems.
It was. It
Although-
was pretty impressive. It was like, BAM!
Yeah.
What I found interesting was the fact that the 930 was omitted from that list. The 930 didn't appear on the list, and the 930 and the icon have the same display. So it seems odd to me that I'm almost wondering if the icon wasn't on the list originally by mistake.
Yeah, I said that to begin with. That day when they announced it, I said the same thing. I said it's weird that the icon's on it, but the 930's not.
Maybe it all comes back to Verizon sucking ass.
Fuck Verizon.
Well, the 930. Who knows?
You know what's cool? You can see a little reflection of the hockey game that I'm watching. Where's my finger? Good grief.
Yeah, over there on the table.
Right here. I just
We
thought
got
I'd point that out. 'Cause
Where's my finger? Where's my finger?
where's my other finger?
You can watch them lightning if you want in mine.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
Yeah, we got some pretty kick-ass shit coming up.
That's awesome. We missed it.
Is it-
We just got light stuff, and I think it all landed in Wisconsin.
Is it on the way, Tim?
What's that?
Is it on the way, or does it already go through?
It's still going. We just
Sweet.
had a big one go, and we got more. So we
What
just
you should
got,
do if there's a tornado, I want you to go outside with your camera and get it on the show.
I can do that.
Okay, cool.
Maybe I'll periscope it with my Windows phone. I don't think that works.
You have an iPhone, don't you?
iPhone 4. Can I get it on there?
Yeah, probably not. Hey, do you have a grievance
Probably
tonight, Tim?
I just got done watching 60 minutes of Toy Story during kids' bedtime, so I'll let that do the talking.
How about an affirmation? Do you have one of those?
No, I just sat down.
Okay.
Here's my affirmation. The beer of the night is brought to you by Lakefront Brewery in Milwaukee.
Fixed Gear. Sounds like a gay men's underwear brand.
Why don't you? Can you explain that to us?
I don't know. That's
I
just what
don't
it
think there's really much explanation required.
It's just what it sounded like to me when I heard it.
It's pretty self-explanatory.
And the logo kind of looks like it might be on a label.
It is a label.
Well, an underwear label.
Yeah, because it's a freaking label. It's good stuff. Damn it.
Okay.
And I can't wait to drink in San Francisco. How about that?
There you go.
Some exclusive beers.
Brandon, what's your affirmation?
New camera and mic, bitches. How you like me now? 1080p high def. Get a good
You
look.
definitely look clearer.
I do what I can.
I think Andrew just got downgraded to the worst video quality.
I was telling him that earlier. He's the lackey of the bunch now.
I've got the same fucking camera as all you guys.
You got to get off that Walmart internet.
It's 100 megs. Charter Spectrum high speed. Don't make me start singing it, because I will.
Yeah, the difference is that Charter Spectrum gives priority to like fucking YouTube and BuzzFeed over your webcam traffic.
Well,
Well,
this is basically YouTube.
Yeah. It's Google Plus or whatever they call it now.
That was a net neutrality shot at the big cable provider. I tried.
Mm.
It didn't come fast enough.
I have an affirmation tonight for one of my favorite people in the world, and that's me. I've had my Microsoft band now for a little over a week, and I've yet to accidentally wear it into the shower.
That's,
I had the over-under on that. It pegged at about 6 days, so I'm feeling pretty good.
it's not waterproof, but it is water. Supposedly, it's supposed to be able to take something like that without becoming a problem.
So there's no reason you couldn't shower with it. The part that's not waterproof, obviously, is the charger.
Have you showered with yours on, Tim?
No. In fact, I just took mine off my dock for the first time in 2 weeks because mine doesn't like to charge when it's dead. Fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I want to talk
I'm
more
pretty
about
sure-
this Microsoft band thing.
I love my band, by the way. It's really cool. I love seeing especially the sleep data, because I don't exercise a lot. So the sleep data is what
Welcome to the party.
impresses me.
Ditto.
Something's got to make the pretty graphs, right?
Did you just say it impresses you?
Impresses? Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a weird. Take a look at this. For a few weeks now, you can see it. Like if I spread that out enough, it's like the the little sensors are.
Yeah, spread it out. Spread it. Spread it. Spread it.
Is your wife
Does that
still in the
happen?
room, Brandon?
Yeah, you got to be careful with that though, Tim, because I went to the Microsoft store here at the Mall of America, and that spot is where all of their bands are completely frayed, and you can see all the circuitry.
Yeah, and the shitty thing is, I'm not doing any. I emphasized it on camera, but I mean, that's normal. Me just opening it to put my hand in. I mean, it spreads that far out to put it on my wrist. So
How
it's
come I
kinda
don't
shitty.
have that? How come I don't have that
You have
problem?
dainty wrists.
I don't open mine that far, then I just sort of slide it over my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
Spread it all the way out.
When I do the slide
Like this.
action, and I
Like
do the
this.
insertion.
Yeah,
Right there.
exactly. So you're sort of inserting your hand, arm
Look at
into
that.
the hole that's presented
Wide open.
for you by the band.
There's no good way to talk about this on our podcast. There's just no good way.
All right, Robert, did you have an affirmation tonight?
Yeah, my camera's fixed too. I got to do one.
Woo woo! Still drinking out of that goddamn apple mug though.
Don't you have a 25.4 cup?
I do.
Drink out of?
I do.
I don't think it's appeared on the show once. I don't have mine tonight, but
I think it's appeared once.
Yeah,
Hey,
I think yours is
I have a husband that I have to keep happy, and if it makes him happy for me to drink out of an apple mug without using Apple products, then I'm gonna make that concession, and y'all are just gonna have to fucking live with it.
Would it make
well,
him
if that's all you have to do to make him happy, then I think you're getting off pretty easy.
that and the occasional grilled cheese.
Hi-ho.
All right, well, we're already doing it, but let's shoot the sheet for a few minutes, shall we? We've got about 10 minutes
I
left.
wanted to talk about that Microsoft band and the waterproof resistantness. I've been thinking about it more and more, mostly because summer's coming up. But has anybody ever seen an article on the band and just how waterproof it is or is not?
No.
So back when it came out, I don't know if this was a blogger question to product team or something, and from what I recall, I think the reason it's not waterproof is because of the connector, because obviously you need some type of exposed electric, and it's purely because of the connector that it's not actually waterproof. Robert,
When you
is
say
it one of
connector, do
the
you mean the part underneath the display?
yes, the
Okay.
magnetic connector. So Robert, isn't one of the Fitbits actually waterproof? The older ones?
Yeah, like my Fitbit Flex is waterproof.
And I think the reason of that is because that is a little thinger that inserts in between. It
is.
Inside of the band.
Yeah, it's just this little module, and it's sealed, and it's got metal contacts, but everything is sealed up.
Yep. So when it's all closed up in there,
Yeah.
and that's probably why it's the connector.
Yeah, but I forget who it was. They were specifically asked about the band, and it was a Microsoft person that actually said, "Yeah, you can get in the shower with it.
Sure.
You just don't want to submerge it."
Wear it tight. and
It's like a cat. You could get in the shower with a cat. But you don't want to submerge it.
Sure, okay.
And I actually do remember reading something about, like, if you were on a run and it was pouring down rain or something, that it would be fine.
Well,
Yeah.
and yeah, I've taken this thing on a couple runs, and not a little guy. I sweat a lot, and my wrist was soaked. I mean, I had
Thank you for that
long
picture.
sleeves. Thank you. You're welcome. I had long sleeves and everything, and the whole wrist and everything. It was obviously not shower submerged water, but there's a decent amount of moisture in there that could definitely fuck with electronics, and it didn't.
How does the? I think I saw some people when I was at swimming lessons with my kids. I saw a couple that was in the water, and they both had bands on of some form. Had a big old scrolling display on the top of it. Later on, I figured out I think it was the Nike Fuel Band. Does anybody know how those charge? That they would be completely waterproof?
No.
No
Not off the
idea.
top of my head.
I would guess that it's something very similar.
Because I just find it really odd that this magnetic connector isn't waterproof. I'm not understanding what you're saying, Tim, about why it.
I'm just good at repeating things that I've read.
Look, if you look at it, I think it's a surface area thing, because you do have a lot of surface area with this connector. You also have the sensor on the bottom near the clasp for the heart rate, and because they're rather large, even though they look to be fairly well sealed up, they are not guaranteed to be waterproof.
So the fuel band, to take it off, you just pull so it's one solid piece, and you unsnap it, and inside of that snap is an actual USB plug, or you can plug in a USB cable.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole thing connects to itself from a little internal USB male-female connection, which is actually really smart. That's kind of neat.
So I can't wait for this build tomorrow, so shit like this will stop happening.
Oh, did it freeze?
Like a
Yeah.
black
Does that have
screen.
10 on it right now?
Lights are on, but nobody's home.
Yeah.
Does that have 10 on it right now?
Yeah, I put 10 on it the day the first build came out.
That I get. For more often than not, I am soft resetting So we did some. I had off yesterday, and we did some stuff with the kids, and I was doing a bunch of pictures. And every time you go from like camera to lock screen to try and unlock, freaking thing would lock itself. And in fact, the lock button to try and unlock the thing kept toggling glance. How fucked up is that?
What?
Yes. You push the button, glance shows. You push it again, it hides, and it over and over and over again. So it's
What?
pretty screwed up. And in fact, I have to check and make sure that all my pictures worked, because you go into the Photos app and the thing sits there for 20 minutes and doesn't detect your new photos.
Mm. Oh,
Well,
did
I'll tell
I?
you what. Go ahead, Bobby.
Did I tell you guys what started happening with my 930 that I completely discovered accidentally? So do you remember me bitching about the fact that when I got Denim and I got the Audi that all the text messaging, nothing would play over the car speakers on Bluetooth. The navigation sounds wouldn't play over the car speakers, nothing when it was connected. Even using the alternate connection method for voice checkbox, nothing would work. That was on all my US phones. So just out of the blue, for some reason, I start noticing that when my 930 goes off with a text message, I hear it on the phone, which I didn't hear before because it was connected to Bluetooth. The 830 was. That's another sound I would never hear. But then this car audio, like if I had Bluetooth streaming or other audio playing, it would pause and it would stop. You wouldn't hear the sound over the car audio, but it would stop as if something was playing. So for shits and giggles, I went into the Bluetooth thing and checked the alternate connection for voice. And now, all of a sudden, on my International 930, I have complete interaction in the car with Cortana. Hey, Cortana works. Everything's over the car speakers. Everything works perfectly, just the way it's supposed to. But it doesn't work that way with a US phone.
You just triggered Hey Cortana on my phone.
I just fucking triggered it everywhere, actually.
Well, that answers that.
Yeah.
I thought the training on the phone was going to alleviate that problem, but clearly not. Do it again, Bobby. Do it again.
Hey, Cortana.
Oh, nada. It didn't work that time.
Hey, Cortana.
Nope, nothing.
What she said?
No.
Did she say something like she can't understand my lisp? Is that what she said?
No, not quite. Anyway,
I think she said.
You were just telling that story. You were telling that story, and my wife has been having issues with the icon since we got Denim. Exactly the same problem that you have. Now I'm going to have her try that alternate speech checkbox and see what happens.
See if it works.
But I would say that I will be completely thrilled with 10 if I get my Bluetooth functionality back, because I'm having to soft reset my phone daily just because it stops pairing to all my Bluetooth stuff. It'll stop pairing to my band. It'll stop pairing to any one of my 3 different headsets just randomly throughout the day. There's tons of issues posted on the Microsoft Answers forum about this, and nobody's responding from Microsoft.
I think it's the buggy US version of that firmware, because I don't have those. I occasionally have a Bluetooth issue with the 930, but not like I did with the 830, where it just constantly was dropping Bluetooth connections all over the place ever since the Denim update. So
That's not
I've
cool. Microsoft fixed it.
I've never been able to respond to a text message using the keyboard on the band, because that needs to pair to your phone before it can send anything. I just get stuck on connecting.
Yeah, see, oddly enough, I can use that keyboard. And let me just tell you, speaking of that keyboard, we've talked about it before, but I was actually using it pretty hardcore the other night, and every single message, no matter how long it was, even in front of Greg, you know how you do the demo in front of the Apple person and something doesn't quite work right and you look with egg on you? No, it was fucking perfect. Every goddamn letter, and he watched me tap it. That is like the best fucking feature that Microsoft has put out in I don't know how long, and it just fucking works, and you hear almost nothing about it.
It was pretty amazing. Like first one was like really a keyboard on the band, but then like every time I've tried it, I've been insanely impressed by it.
I can't believe how inaccurate I am with where I press, and it just figures out what I'm trying to say, and every letter is absolutely perfect every single time. It's Microsoft has got a gem, and they're just not talking about it. Of
Where
course,
were you guys with the Windows Phone 8 keyboard when that first came out? Holy
Hang on a
crap.
second. Hang on. Does anybody have any butt plugs for the backside of the show?
I can't think of any right now.
Okay, then I'm going to close this thing up. Apologies to Rudy, because we ran out of time again to get to you. Follow us on Twitter at 25.4 Podcast, on the web at 25pt4.com, and your favorite podcast app. We may or may not be back next week, but if we're not, we'll be here again in 2 weeks. Stay tuned if you are watching live, because Tim and I are going to break down round 1 of the Masters on 25.4 After Dark. Stick around. Seacrest out. All right, you can proceed.
High five.
Yeah, I don't know why Microsoft isn't talking about this keyboard more. I mean, at least the marketing people.
Yeah.
So the band keyboard only works if you're paired to a Windows phone, right?
Yes.
That's right, Andrew Long.
That is correct. One of the last remaining things
For
that only
now.
works with Windows
For
Phone.
now, you just wait.
Yeah. I'm sure you're not lying.
Well, if they keep if the UI ends up where I think it's going to end up, I might end up on an iPhone because I mean, I said this on Twitter. I'm getting a little worried. Some of these screenshots have got me a little worried. It just
Screenshots of the new
the Windows 10
phone
it just,
build.
shoehorned is the word that I mean. I
It's a
never.
perfect word.
Yeah, I never wanted to feel like I was using Windows 10 or Windows proper on a phone. I wanted more of the Windows Phone elements to go into Windows 10, and they've used some of the design language on Windows 10. But they're with the universal apps, they are making these generic user interfaces that just on different form factors, it's a psychological thing. I'll readily admit, I think it's a psychological thing. It just doesn't feel right. And when I look at it, when I look at it, I'm just, it's like rubbing me the wrong way. And you don't want to rub me the wrong way.
I actually hadn't thought about it, but I think you make a very good point. It almost kind of reminds me of the Windows Mobile 6 days.
Yikes.
When they were kind of trying to update that UI,
Yeah.
but it was only sort of a surface level change where once you got down a screen or two, it kind of went back to its old self. But it kind of reminds me of that same sort of feeling. It's a different thing, but it kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah. I mean, I want to be positive, and I want to say, it's
No,
not
you
done
don't.
yet. And yeah, I kind of do. I do. I really do want it. I want it to shine on the fucking phone. I really do. I don't know. Not feeling it yet.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. I couldn't believe, I remember when Windows 8 came out in dev preview after we'd had Windows Phone 7 at the time, and when Windows 8 dropped, my reaction was, why didn't they bring this from the phone? Why didn't they bring this from the phone? Why didn't they bring this from the phone? And I think that's kind of where we're still at. Like, the phone was here first, and people loved the phone first, and then they kind of made the desktop look like it, and now they're making the phone look like the desktop. I think they're screwing that up.
Well, if they can somehow manage to make it not look like Android, and that's the other complicating factor, I think, for me, is this first build had so many Androidish features on it just because of the nature of the universal UI. Hopefully some of that is toned down in the next one. We'll find out tomorrow. But I don't really like the Android UI design. It just doesn't speak to me. It's very heterosexual.
I don't see any stripes on it.
What was
Pioneer
that?
stripe.
It's like a bunch of fucking horizontal stripes is what it's shaping up to be right now.
We need to sneak a wallpaper onto Bobby's phone when he's not looking at build. That's
man.
just all horizontal stripes.
I have horizontal stripes on today, actually. But it's a golf shirt, so I think that's all right.
Yeah.
At least, I
there's-
mean, to me it is.
you are working a certain look there.
Oh, so that's okay. Why is that okay?
Because
Is the
it's
hat
not
on?
random. He's playing Mr. Golfer. That's what a golfer looks like.
So why can't he wear a solid white or green polo instead of a striped one? Why is that suddenly okay?
He can. He can wear what he wants because he's a golfer. You are not a golfer. You are just some random dude with a horizontally striped hoodie and tragic fashion sense walking down the build concourse.
I don't know.
There's a difference. There, it's subtle, but there is a
bias.
difference.
Now, Tim actually is a golfer, though.
The golf.
Tim, I
club
think
might
you're- I
trump
think
it.
you're-
This is the first episode of the 25.4 Golf Podcast.
Nope, not happening. Tim, I think you're missing the point. The point is the gay has spoken. That's the point.
If we would have just treat everything I say like a proclamation followed by that gong sound, that'd be a-okay with me.
Maybe we
Here
do
comes-
this first. The gay is about to speak.
Oh, I would love to hear him press that button every time he talks. Y'all shut
Take
up.
some coordinate. I think Bobby would have to do it because only he's really going to know when he's going to talk.
Oh, that's what I mean.
We
That would
wouldn't
be great.
want to overuse it. It loses its comedic effect that way.
I think that's what we should be good at.
Beating dead horses.
Driving something into the ground until it's no longer effective.
Oh, hey, so I was going to tell you guys about what Amazon did to Linus Torvalds.
Please do.
So for those that don't know, Linus Torvalds is the guy who created Linux, created Git. He's kind of a genius. Even though Linux is what Linux is, you got to hand it to him. It's pretty amazing that he created something like that, right? Okay, and Git as well. I mean, come on. So apparently, I just saw it on Google Plus as I was signing into the Hangout. He had a remote for his steam shower that malfunctioned in some way. He took the remote and he sent it back. He returned it to Amazon. Amazon then sent him a new remote. It was his exact same remote that he had returned to them. And he knew this because he had an aftermarket battery in it, and he also had the door with some, I'm trying to find the actual text here, but he also had like some modification he had done to the battery door. So he knew it was his actual remote. And so he proceeded to just really go at him on Google Plus here. He said, I hadn't actually marked the box anyway or written up serial numbers, and I'd returned the previous unit in pristine condition, but I had changed the battery in the remote unit as part of my let's make sure it's really broken before I send it back. The replacement unit had my replacement battery in it and the same unglued magnet in the battery compartment. And I'm pretty sure it's my replacement since we don't throw batteries in the garbage. So, yeah, he says, I understand that you want to reuse everything that you can. So this is basically calling Amazon out as taking people's broken devices and recycling them with other customers.
I can believe that.
I thought that was pretty amazing.
Or was it poor communication and they rejected his return?
Ah. How old?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Echo.
And also, what the fuck kind of battery is he using to know that it is his battery?
I don't know. He says...
Is it a special Linux branded battery with a fucking penguin on it that he
it could have
specially
been.
ordered and produces
Probably.
in his basement?
It could have been.
Isn't he supposedly a pretty big ass?
He is. He's an incredible dick.
He has an incredible dick? What?
I blame my wife for running the sewing machine while I'm talking.
So do we.
That's a... That's right.
You should,
Give a
you
nice
should get a house
pause
with more than one room, Brandon.
This is my spot. We've established this.
The whole fucking
Apparently not very well.
I bet. I think your wife begs to differ from what I just heard.
Oh, this is gonna turn into a family therapy show if we keep it up here.
We couldn't possibly do any worse than Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil.
So yeah, anyway, that was my fun part. And also, shoot the sheet, Timmy. Both of my oldest kids are puking this afternoon and evening, so I'm also in hell with my children.
Oh, mine are in bed now. We're all good. So that sucks to be you. It was
Nothing.
only, only bad when they wouldn't go to sleep, so we're good now.
So what do we think tomorrow's build
Where's
is?
the echo coming from?
It's coming from Brandon because he's using his microphone speaker.
I asked about that earlier. Nobody
His
said we were having an echo.
microphone. It's gotten
Okay.
worse.
I was just
in the last
curious.
10 minutes.
Is this so your wife can participate?
No. No.
Stop sewing. Stop sewing.
I want to know where that insane amount of background noise and tweeting birds is coming from.
Oh, that's from Augusta. They piped that in.
Fucking cut that shit off. God damn.
Fucking golf, man.
No, it's not here. I don't know what it is. I don't really hear it.
It's not
Somebody was
here.
watching a video earlier.
I killed all the birds.
Probably your damn MacBook fan cranking it to 11 over there.
It's actually, well, it's still running. It always runs. It's
Can you hear the thunder?
No.
Probably not. If you can't hear the fan on the Dell right now, then you don't hear the thunder.
Nope.
It's pretty ridiculous. So how about that?
I don't know what
golf
this
window?
build's going to look like tomorrow, mostly because I'm not going to have it. So, fuck you guys.
well,
You weren't gonna install it anyway.
you've got a 635 to put it on, don't you?
Yeah, I might take it to work.
So quit your bitching.
I think
Good
I'm
grief.
hoping the new Office apps are in there. From
I would love to
screenshots
see
on
that.
you, and if you see, look through some of the screenshots, they're showing keyboard of clearly an Office editor. Presumably either the Office apps or the new Mail app. I think Brad tweeted earlier that this week that the new Mail and Calendar apps, as they showed up in Windows 10 desktop, they were starting to show up in the mobile version as well. So I'm hoping, I think that's what's screenshotted here, and I'm hoping we see that tomorrow.
We got our last phone build when?
Oh, Jesus.
Was it
When
January?
I was in the
January or
basement of
February,
the
wasn't
creek.
it?
All right, so it was January. That's 2 full months. They just signed off on a recent build. Yeah, I would think that we would see a fairly dramatic step forward with this build.
Let's hope.
Yeah, I would
I
think
think that and those increments should be more dramatic logically than what we see with Windows 10. Just because of the nature of the delivery. I mean, you're delivering an over-the-air update. You're doing it for a phone device that you really don't want to brick. PCs are fairly easily recoverable if something should go wrong. A phone, not without losing everything. So,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, I feel like there's a little more reservation in the phone builds. And I watched Windows Weekly today with Gabe on it, and he made a comment, something about like 5,700 somethings that they need to test. I don't know if it's versions of the build because of each phone and each carrier around the world. Some crazy number that there clearly is a lot of time. What are you doing?
we're not laughing at you, Tim.
He giggles.
We're laughing at
The
Ronaldo
giggle.
and his taint.
We're actually laughing at the fact that Robert McLaws tweeted the screenshot of my tweet that started out the show with "We're live checking out each other's packages." Immediately below that is a TMZ tweet with Cristiano Rolando in his underwear. And it was perfectly timed. I just retweeted it, so it should be in your timeline now.
I know, but we got to screen share for the viewers. The viewers got to see this.
Let's see. Well, I don't know if I can screen share. I have all kinds of problems with Google+.
I can do it.
If they're watching us, they are also on Twitter.
There we go. There it is.
That is true. There you go.
Is anybody watching us?
That's true. What's our viewer count out there, Mr. Long?
1.
Well, I'm glad we went through all that.
I love TMZ's headline, though. Check out my taint in these new underwear pics.
Oh my god, I hadn't even read
I
that.
hadn't read it yet. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that was that's something, to say the least.
Yeah, I could have done without that word in my timeline. That would have been great.
Taint? It's a fun word. You should say it once in a while.
Sphincter's even more fun.
Say it and touch it.
Oh God.
Brandon, touch your taint. Tickle it softly.
Oh, I can only imagine with the tweets that are going to come out after this show from the 25 podcast.
From who? No one's listening
Oh.
or watching.
One sadistic son of a bitch is.
That's probably Nate. Or Ed.
Nate or Sebastian.
Or Sebastian.
Or Robert McLaws, apparently. Oh, that was hilarious. You can't really make that stuff up, can you?
So, Tim, since from what I gather of the group, you're the only one who watched the Windows Weekly. Any other notable notes?
No.
No, other than Tal Farrat's acknowledgement that he likes to complain.
Yes, yeah, he had a little bit of a affirmation about understanding his level of whiny little schoolgirl bitchiness on Twitter.
See, I can respect that. If you're self-aware about being a dickbag sometimes, I can totally respect that. I mean, I'm a dickbag sometimes.
And Mary Jo specifically called out Rafael Rivera for basically lighting the fire that is the Service Pen Loop debacle of when and why it's included in your purchase. Yeah, they spent a day on that. Yeah, that's when I left Twitter.
I saw that whole thing on Twitter. And
oh my god.
Mercifully, I missed that.
Apparently, I don't follow the right people, but
It was Tom, Raphael, and Paul. Holy shit.
Yeah, those three get going every so often.
I don't follow them.
Sometimes Brad gets in there as well, and they just have a little party with themselves.
I believe the word that I used earlier in the week was incestuous.
I don't even know what that means.
Really? I know what I'm bringing you to build. A dictionary.
You may have to find your own hotel.
I was really scared for a minute there.
No, a dictionary. Good Lord, what on earth could I possibly bring him associated with the word incestuous other than a dictionary? One of my sisters?
It's California.
Good gravy.
Tenderloin is right down the road.
Sexual device out of his pants.
Thank you, Chris, whatever your name was.
Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen. Pardon me.
At least I knew that. Yeah, I'd have gotten that question right on trivia correct.
Yeah,
Not
clearly
the
you.
incestuous definition.
No, it's a bunch of journalists all jerking each other. It could be a circle jerk, or since they're journalists, they're all technically brothers and sisters, and since they're jerking each other off all the time, that makes them incestuous.
See, I know what incest is. I never heard it in a phrase of incestuous. So there you go.
There you go.
The,
Today, it seemed to be, from what little I saw on Twitter today, because I was distracted with other things, recycle bin icons, once again.
Oh, for crying out loud.
There was some masterful trolling going on. I forget who did it, but did you see the image of the old build recycle bin and the new build recycle bin? That was like some high quality trolling going on right there.
Man, I'm really bummed I'm getting so busy at work. I'm missing all the good stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Did you catch any of the Masters today, Brandon?
No, I purposefully did not.
Tim, did you?
I did.
What'd you think?
There's nothing more beautiful than the sound of a driver whacking it off the tee.
I'm glad I didn't interrupt that. I was just about to just off conversation.
Totally depends on the driver.
No.
Are we talking about cars or golf?
Wait, what?
Golf.
Oh, I thought we were talking about NASCAR drivers. Pardon me.
I don't know who it was from. I don't know all the people. I just remember seeing a nice, like, 20-foot long putt with a huge break on the green, and it was pretty fantastic.
So Tim will not be my co-host for the
No,
podcast whenever that takes
Yeah.
off.
You definitely have overestimated my my knowledge.
I apologize. It won't happen again.
And interest from the sounds of it.
We'll call it a newfound interest.
Tim has a growing love deep inside of him
Easy.
for the game of golf. Have you been out and hit your new clubs yet anymore?
Yeah, we've got a driving range across the street, so I've been there.
Across the street, like literally across the street?
From our office, you drive out of the business park and go across the street.
Okay.
So it's like 2 minutes away.
You didn't go out practicing during the storm tonight, right?
I didn't. I didn't. I don't know that they would. The mom and pop shop would be open at that time.
Just making sure.
I think these
God
people
damn it,
have
everyone! Mute that shit.
It's not me.
I hear
Robert.
birds in the background. It has to be.
He's typing, he's looking, and he's smirking.
I'm typing, but there are no
watching shit.
fucking birds going on in here.
There's no birds here.
You're watching shit.
The hell am I?
I'm logging into a website, actually.
I hear the birds, but they're not coming from here.
I don't
Bobby,
know.
is it coming from outside?
I don't hear
It's
the
gotta
birds.
be. You can't hear them because you got those big ass ear cans on.
No, there are no
You can
birds. I heard that. There are no birds. I heard that comment.
You only heard gay. You didn't hear what was before that.
I heard the word giggling. Don't tell me what I heard. I'll have to go all Octavia Spencer on your ass.
I have no idea what that means.
You have no
idea.
fucking clue. Y'all are.
Yeah, that went over my head as well.
Yep.
Octavia Spencer was the actress that played Minnie in The Help. She has written a second children's book. She was at a book signing. And
Yeah, my
people
wife just filled
claimed-
me in.
What do you care about children's books?
There we go. Somebody
I think
claimed
we
she
should
was
move
a
on.
rude bitch is the word that they used to describe her.
Yeah, my wife just filled me in. My wife was like, she was a real bitch at the book signing. That's what he's talking about.
See? See, your wife and I...
Shit. I heard about that. God damn it.
He's all disappointed in his life that he heard about.
My wife told me about that. I don't care.
Like, damn it, I can't know that. That's shit Bobby's got to know.
But then I told her all about the Reddit post with the dude's friend who ended up at a round table with Obama. So
That was
guess
actually pretty fucking
it
hilarious.
wasn't coming back anyway.
That was pretty funny.
Some of the comments were pretty gold. I mean, it's fantastic.
What is that beating sound that doesn't sound
That was
like?
that was me beating. Was it like this?
Yeah.
That was me beating on my MacBook.
Yeah, that's
Oops,
what you
sorry,
were doing.
I should watch where I beat during the show.
Yes, please beat off your MacBook.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be here all night or another.
There we go. We should plan for next week. Should we do Wednesday or Friday?
Yeah, what day can you be there, Andrew?
Well, Wednesday is my golf night, so probably. Well, although I'd be done in time. We could do
it's
Wednesday.
dark by now.
We could do Wednesday next week if you want.
Wednesday's Esteban will be off playing, tooting his horn, so that'll be
Wow.
all right.
That's a nice.
I don't understand what that means.
He's a trombone player. He plays in a jazz band.
Oh,
He'll be
literally. He's
Yes, literally.
literally tooting a horn.
He's
Okay.
literally
Big
tooting a horn.
bone.
Like a tromboner.
Yes. He plays
So
the
you
trombone.
say he's a tromboner then?
He has a degree in it.
Oh, maybe I should.
Wow.
Wait, what?
That.
You can get. So you can get a degree in tromboning?
Well, in music, technically, it's music, not trombone.
Oh. Okay, I got it.
But
So
he's pretty good at tromboning too.
But
Is he
what
also
does that
in it?
mean?
That means he knows how to play his instrument quite well. He got a degree in it.
All right, high five.
High five.
we can go ahead and move right along. All right. So Wednesday it is. Timmy, will you be able to be there?
Probably.
Look at Brandon being all Mr. Helpful.
Yeah.
Just try
I
and
think the
try and
producer
move
might have
along.
something to say about this.
Move it along, folks.
So, Mr. One Viewer out there, join us next Wednesday for more of the same.
Still only one viewer. It's after dark. Usually we spike right about now. No.
I know. Yeah, I didn't do any promotion today.
I'm actually shocked we're hanging on to the one viewer. So.
They might have walked away and forgot to close the window. I was balls deep in the Masters today.
Esteban has returned.
I've just been handed a note.
Uh-oh.
to read on the air.
This just in.
It reads as follows: 80.
Oh, here comes the giggle.
He's got to. Bobby's got to get a new lower third. Robert quote giggling gay.
84 inches when fully extended.
Well played, Esteban. Well played. Well played.
Well played, dear. Well played.
Did anybody see the Tall Parade tweet today? There was a picture of him with the Energizer Bunny.
No.
And what was the point of said tweet?
He was like doing some Throwback Thursday tweets, I guess. It was like an old picture or something. But anyway,
Was he also super skinny then?
it's probably thinner. I mean, it was at least a 20-year-old pic, or whenever the Energizer Bunny was big. But he had this shirt on, like a button front shirt, and he had like 2 or 3 buttons unbuttoned. And part of his tweet was that it said like me with the Energizer Bunny, I have no idea why, or something like that. And so you see all this chest hair on his, with his unbuttoned shirt. So I did the new Twitter quote tweet response to him, and I said, because that hair on your chest keeps going and going and going.
You should have said all you're missing is a
Gotta
gold
go
chain
finance.
there, Rico.
And well, I thought it was a tremendous tweet. Really, I thought it was one of my best ever.
I totally missed that. I'm gonna have to go find it and read
It
it.
got absolutely no love at all, and
No response at all.
it almost ruined my day. But
I don't.
Well,
make
you know,
a reply.
Andy, maybe it was missed because when people open up your Twitter feed, it's golf, 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 breaking, Tiger Woods, golf, golf, golf.
breaking Tiger Woods.
Awesome. You watch the finals. Oh, about golf, 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 Tiger Woods, golf, golf, golf video, Microsoft Research, which seems like the odd man out in all this. How far back today do I have to go to find this particular tweet exactly?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see.
There it is. There it is. There it is. Underneath the Mercury astronauts after the 15,000th golf tweet today.
Yeah, I think Twitter is kind of helping me find my true passion.
There, I retweeted it.
Thank you.
But
That's
I
usually
didn't-
all it takes.
I didn't put the word golf in it. I know.
Once that happens, you kind of go out to a different audience, so it's cool.
Do I go out to a different? I guess I do to a
Yes.
little
But
bit.
yeah, a little bit.
Who's my audience exactly, though? I have no idea. Tell me who my audience
Well,
is.
it's bigger than mine. That's,
Well, that goes without saying.
the audience is bigger than my audience.
See, why am I not allowed to use the control room? I was gonna make the sound like sound effects, and I'm not allowed.
That's under Google Effects.
No.
You noob.
I think only I can do the control room
This is why we can't have nice things.
because I rock. Oh, and I won a pair of green golf socks from Bubba Watson today on Twitter. So that was cool.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
if I had the "remind me again that you're gay" soundbite, I would have played it. Yeah, that got no reaction.
I have the show soundboard is closed. I'm all Chris Hansen for the rest of the night.
Oh.
Chris Hansen. Oh, God. Oh no. Did he really did it? Did Brad Sams really pay $30 for that shirt? Oh wait, there's a recycle bin in his hand. Did he really have that made? Are you seeing this?
What?
Let me show you.
Oh, this reminds me of something else I meant to talk about during the show, and I totally
Matt.
forgot.
That's
Hit
unfortunate.
that button that says share to everyone.
I thought
There you go.
Share
Oh.
to everyone.
It says I'm screen sharing.
Yeah, but then you have to actually present to everyone. You see
How
that?
do you do that? Invite people. No, I don't see a present to everyone button.
I'm trying to teach you to fish instead of giving you a fish, but it's not.
Oh,
gonna
I don't
work
think
out.
we
So
have
I'm just
that
gonna have to. Oh, well, now it's gone.
We don't have that option, Andrew.
You guys
Yeah.
suck. See, when I do a screen share, so I select the screen and share.
Well, I do it too.
And then
I did it that
you see
exact
a green
way.
bar. You see a green
Yes.
bar at the top
Yes.
that says you are
Is it-
screen sharing.
Yes, and it has a
There's button
stop
that says
button next to it.
stop.
Yes.
And there isn't one that says present to everyone.
No.
Huh.
I'd share that screen, but apparently that doesn't work either. So, but no, I see your screen sharing and I see stop, and that's it. That's all that's in the green bar.
Okay. I guess
Now,
that's totally
however,
right.
I bet if you focused my picture on the screen to everybody, they could see what I'm sharing.
Well, that's what I did. I clicked your little.
Well, you really don't need to do that because Bobby just keeps talking and talking and talking, so it's up on the
Yeah,
screen.
that helps too. But yeah, he actually paid $30 to have this made.
You gotta be with the recycle bin. Why no HoloLens? If you're gonna do it, do the HoloLens one at least.
Because it's such a ridiculous thing.
That's so dumb.
Okay, you can take me off focus now.
Oh.
So we have these $5 gift cards that we want to give away for the Windows Store. I meant to
yeah.
mention it during the show that we have them. I haven't decided yet how we're going to give them away.
Well, maybe we
I
should
think we
wait for next Wednesday then.
Yeah, do a little bit of promoing.
Well, yeah, I wasn't gonna like announce anything right now. I just wanted to announce that we have them. Just kind of start a little level of buzz, you know.
Prime the pump, so to speak.
No, that's a very good idea,
I think-
actually.
Robert and I really have a desire to get the hashtag WPDevRomance trending. So
I should have added that to
That's
my
pretty
self-promotion this evening, but I neglected to do that. My bad.
I should have done that to the tweet about looking at each other's packages.
with WPDevRomance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have done that to the hairy chest, tall Perrot one there, Andrew.
Yeah, that would have been a good one, too.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Esteban. I see you.
Does he have an Apple Watch yet?
Does he have one?
An Apple Watch yet?
No. But he is
está
going to pre-order one.
pantalones?
¿Dónde está los pantalones? He's got pants on.
I have no idea what I just said.
You said where are the pants?
That's the time fill music. Well, it's been an hour. I guess we could just stop.
9:30 p.m.
Yeah, it has been an hour.
You slack asses.
Well, tomorrow's the big day. We'll find out.
Yes, round 2 of the Masters. Oh,
Well, yeah.
Shut up.
We'll find
I
out.
had a picture of my viewing setup too.
Yeah, you did
Did
that.
you guys
already.
see that?
Yeah, that was pretty
You
awesome.
showed us that last week.
No, it's bigger and better for the Masters.
I'm actually surprised that
More
tonight-
screens.
More screens. I'm actually surprised that we haven't been able to watch Tim watching porn in the reflection behind him.
did that one week, and you guys didn't notice it. And I giggled way too much because it was too fucking hilarious. Because I was watching it. I was sitting here watching it during the show. Nobody noticed. I giggled and closed it, and then that was the end of that.
That's hilarious.
Now, what do you call somebody who's an adult who comes over to meet a child all alone after a sexually explicit conversation? What is that called?
Anyone?
That's called Tim Gabriel.
Oh, come on.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Come
I'm kidding.
on. That's so mean.
It's terribly sexy.
What?
What was that? I heard Papa sexy.
Oh, good God.
I think we did this once before, but it doesn't really get old to me.
No. So, are we ever gonna have After Dark go? Sorry.
What? Okay, I'm done.
Are we ever gonna have After Dark go to the audio podcast as well, like Mr. Nate wanted us to do? Or is that's too much?
Maybe. Yeah, I would probably just put the whole thing up. I wouldn't like do it in 2 different things because that would be even more work.
We should say that for special shows, though. Like, we have a special After Dark that's going to be part of the regular podcast.
Hi, Esteban.
He can't hear you.
Well, if we try louder enough, maybe he will.
Well, no, that'll just make me fucking deaf. Because I can hear you just fine. He can't hear you, however.
If we waited just to do it for special shows, it would never happen because none of our shows are really that special.
I blame our producer.
Oh, well. I'm not the producer, I'm the executive producer.
Who's
Oh,
the producer?
Oh, snap.
Who's the producer?
I don't know.
No, you haven't hired that vacancy yet. See, that's why the show sucks.
Yeah. Well, at least I think I did most everything right tonight.
I think so.
Hit the sounds, got us in and out on time.
Yeah.
I think
Not
it's like
that,
7:30 in California, so Bobby's getting tired.
I didn't leave the show frozen on anybody's face for.
Yeah, that was
time.
that was a big help this time around. Yeah. So tomorrow's the big day, not the Masters.
Yeah, go. I won't interrupt you this time. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm just wondering whether or not we're gonna be pleasantly surprised or be pushed further towards the edge of the cliff we're going to want to jump off.
I imagine that we will be sorely underwhelmed.
I hope that's not the case,
Yeah, I hope it isn't either.
because it has been a long time since we've seen that last build.
I mean, the reason I say that is because I can't believe how much stuff that works in one build is broken in the next just on Windows. And I just, as a software developer, I cannot wrap my head around how that happens.
Merges.
It's unbelievable, though.
Merges.
Like,
Branch
come
merging.
on. No way. Come on now. No way.
You have now look, even on a small project, you can't. If you've ever had more than one branch going in concurrent development, and everything's got to get merged up into a single release. You can't tell me that you have never had merges happen in between main release builds that didn't fuck something up in some other area of the application that you weren't intending them to happen. And that happens on small projects all the time. Imagine when you're dealing with as many development branches as they've got going. Can you imagine trying to merge all that shit? We've talked about this. I'm totally not surprised at all to see shit that worked perfectly fine in one build completely broken in the next. That doesn't surprise me in the least.
I don't know, man.
Oh man.
He's so dejected. He doesn't
honestly,
even want to argue about it.
I honestly can't recall a project I've been on, and I've been on projects that have 3 simultaneous releases being managed all at the same time. And
Well, then y'all are fucking superstars or some shit.
and I'm not saying it to convey that. I'm just saying that that's been my experience.
No, I would love to have that experience because merge conflicts suck ass. Especially when you don't have conscientious developers that just check shit in without even bothering to build it.
Well, see, that's a problem.
That
That
was like one of the first reasons I implemented gated check-in when I actually took control.
If that's happening at Microsoft, then please hire me because I'm at least better than that.
I would hope that that's not happening at Microsoft. I mean, that's I've seen some. I mean, that happened at Whole Foods all the time. I mean, we had. I probably shouldn't say too much, but we had quite a few hands in that pot, and it was constant emails every morning. So and so broke the build. So and so broke the build. You'd open a project up and it wouldn't even compile, and you're like, how could you possibly have checked this in without even bothering to make sure it compiled? Oh, I tested it. No, you didn't. Don't lie. Don't lie. You didn't. You wrote the fucking code and you checked it in blind, asshole.
Can I redirect the conversation now?
Sure.
You guys remember Ghost, the blogging platform?
Yes.
I've brought it up a time or two. I don't want to pay for it because I have all this part credit. They have a new quote app in the Azure Marketplace to make it very easy to get started with a new site inside of an Azure website. So it's open source, so before you could download the source and go spin up a VM and go deploy it and do all that shit. And that's why I never did it, because I just want it done for me. So if you go to the marketplace of the portal.azure.com and just search for Ghost, all you have to do to actually create it is input an SMTP server and then username, password, so it can have emails all set up. I haven't actually clicked create yet because I didn't do the email stuff yet, but that's just an FYI. Cause
I thought I introduced the whole group to Ghost on like podcast 2 and talked about this thing.
Was it? Well, we've talked about Ghost. I don't remember it being like a marketplace thing where it's just all set up for you.
Yeah, you talked about it, but I don't remember it ever being a full.
I don't think it. I don't know. They don't have a date on here of when this thing showed up.
Right.
Now it's
Right.
a marketplace thing to just go. I just want it to work, right? I just wanted to provision all my shit and just work.
That's why WordPress works so well, because you just deploy it and it's
so
done.
much extra shit though. Always have to stay up to date, or the thing gets hacked from God fucking knows what. Why does it get hacked all the time?
don't
Anyway,
know how it gets hacked.
So that's kind of neat. And then they also, just went to go look at their blog. They just created a public revenue dashboard where they are completely displaying all of their revenue numbers publicly, which is kind of neat.
Here's the biggest news of the day, boys. This Saturday, April 11th, from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., you can bring your own cup to 7-Eleven and fill them up with a Slurpee and pay the regular $1.49 price.
Oh my god. Merca.
So it can't be a trash can or a cowboy boot or a baseball cap, but anything up to a 10-inch diameter can you can bring that in. You guys want to see what 10 inches looks like?
Hang on.
Who are you? Are you gonna go call your wife's boyfriend?
Oh, ouch.
Oh, ouch, yeah, that wasn't nice.
It kind of hurt.
That was like a classic line.
And it wasn't
Hard
nice.
feelings.
It was hurtful.
It was hurtful.
All right, I think I'm done for the night, boys. I got to rest up for Wednesday. And it'll be here before you know it.
Yes, it will. Are we? Oh, Brandon's gone. Are we all just gonna leave?
Yeah, where'd Brandon go? Well, he didn't sign off. He just
Good time to disappear.
he ducked down to suck his own dick this time.
And with that,
And on that note,
I had to make sure I got that in before you fuckers stopped the show. I heard all that.
I think this will be the first. I think this will be the first show where we push it all out on video. Just to make sure that line gets in here.
All right,
kids.
gentlemen.
See you. Bye.